Hey guys, how you doing? Hey, we're off today because of the weather, and I've been talking about other yarders and going to thinning and stuff, so I stopped by one of our local used equipment yards, Michael Crowley Equipment Sales, and they're going to let me go through their some of their equipment here and show you guys some of the differences. So we're going to start. This is a Diamond 210 swing yarder, and in my opinion, if you're thinning or smaller clear cut second growth wood, this is the best machine out there, hands down. These 210 diamonds are smoking fast, and they will haul a pretty good sized turn. But so we're going to show you the cab here. Here's all your levers and stuff, and just pretty much the same as the Skagit, just a little bit different setup. Here's the maxi brakes, and then here's the Haywire, just the same. That one's not marked. This one, see if we can, okay, yeah, this one's the Skyline, the skid line, and the haul back. This is your band brake for the Skyline to let it peel. You know, we went through that. Here's a whistle. This obviously must be the on and off button. A key, probably a heater. And then here's your swing. This is a swing yarder, and on the swing is also a throttle. So they have a look down here on the ground, there is a foot throttle too. So you have the option of doing it with your foot or by hand. Here's the shifter, 3 speeds in reverse. I'm telling you guys, these diamonds are smoking fast. Right here's the travel levers with its track mounted. We get out here in just a second, I'll show you that. Just giving you an overview of the cab. Actually pretty decent sized little cab here. Here's our guy line dogs. They set in, you pop them out, and then here's the levers to function the guy line. It's a 3/4 machine, meaning it's got a 3/4 Skyline. We'll get out and look. Yeah, it's 3/4 Skyline, 9/16 skid line, or no, 5/8 skid line, and 9/16 haul back. God, what a sweet little machine. These things are so nice. Just giving you guys a little bit different view. There's the drum set up there. And we'll jump out here, get a little better back view of it. There's the 3 guy lines. It's a passover guy line, which is super nice. So you get logged around, you're ready to move a guy line, you don't have to move all of them. Being the passover, you can either, because of the way, if you look up there, they're set on top of each other, so you either go under or go over to move it. Just I mean, these diamonds are one of the sweetest little machines. And they're still big enough to clear cut log in. I have done a little bit of clear cutting in them. You start getting into the bigger wood, they struggle a little bit, but definitely still can get it done. Here's the swing part of it, just the same as like I say, an excavator or a log loader. God, these things are so nice. This machine is just, I'm telling you, Diamond Manufacturing, you guys have got a gem right here. They do make a bigger swing yarder. I have not got to been around it yet, but I've been told that it's the same as this, just a lot more powerful and a lot more faster. Plus they make an 80-foot, just like the 737 that we're on, except for it's an 80-foot tower. It's a 6 Skyline machine. Sweet yarder. Here's the standard high lead whistles, which we pretty much don't high lead anymore. We'll go over the whistles. And then the TY40, the Thunderbird. These were designed just for thinning. Downsized them. The track frame on them is huge. They will go anywhere. smaller yet lines because they are a block purchase, so you can go to a smaller line, you get double the pull. Oh wow, look at, oh yes, this is something super cool. The rope that loggers are starting to use. This is rope for their haywire. Oh my god, that's awesome. I haven't I've been around the rope for lift tree guy lines and stuff, but I have not been around haywire. I would like to, I'm gonna have to go back in and talk to him about it and see how that works out. Right here's the guy line eyes. So then you just, your stubs obviously are gonna have eyes instead of nubs. So you use a shackle to put them together. It's only I think these are 45 feet. They were absolutely designed for thinning. I have not been in the cab of one of these, so this is going to be new to me too. Wow, set up pretty nice. There's our clutches and all. Just like I was saying, you know, all these things they're all the same. It's the same functions. It might just be a different setup. Here's the Skyline clutch. You would pull it in to make the Skyline go up. It's in the neutral position there. There's your water brake. These here on, yep, them are your service brakes right there. Start it up. Oh, there was the most important button of the whole show. The heater button. Yeah, here's the service brake for the Skyline. Your maxis. Here's the friction for the haywire. I'm assuming, yep, that's the throttle right there. And then it's just an automatic. But like I say, I've never been around one of these, but I've heard that they are smoking fast. Oh, and this one is set up. See this, if you look at this one, this smart box, here's the box that's telling you everything it's doing, just like we just did a video about it. This one's got more buttons. So this is for the clamping cars. And you see the drums there. Oh man, this thing is sweet. It's set up so nice. The cab is, boy, there's plenty of room inside the cab here to put a little radio and a lunch pail. Might even be able to sneak a small microwave in here. And yes, I have worked with a guy that had a microwave in his yarder. It was pretty cool. So this is the TY40. The yarder that we're going to be going to on that thin is the TMY50. So it's just the little brother of the 50. Boy, they're nice little yarders. I can't get over how sweet them diamonds are. Let's get a little better view of it. Now when you get ready to yard, there's a chain right there on that. You take that chain off and it sets out lattice boom a little ways, and then like I say, it swings. So, and then this is actually the company I work for. This is their processor that we have up for sale. It's a 240 link belt with the little Wartaw head on it. I see an 071 over there, so let's run over this 071. And hey, here's the 071 Medill. I made reference to them a couple of times. This looks like it's the newer, updated version. The older 071s, I didn't have a whole lot of good to say about them. Let's get inside the cab here. It's raining like, oh, it is updated. Cool. Oh, yeah. Alright, so, and it's pretty much just the same again. I'm just trying to give you guys an overview of different yarders, but it's a little different, quite a bit different actually, but it's still the same. Right here's this is your friction. You're ready to go ahead on the skid line. You just pull that in. Throttle's right there. Start giving her the juice. Now there's the Skyline friction, the Hallback friction. Here's your Haywire clutch. And then a tag line. We have not talked about a tag line yet. The Medills. They have the Skyline, the skid line, the haulback, Haywire, and a tagline. It's just a secondary Haywire drum, but it's used for those. There's certain carriages that you have to have the tagline out to use them, and I'll go over that. I'm not going to try to explain it all in this video, but that's what the tagline is for. So this yarder actually has 5 drums. 3 of your logging drums, your Haywire, and then, like I say, the tagline or a secondary. Oh, it's pretty much, and this is the crawler brake, meaning the tracks, the travel. There's your maxi. Here's the steering for it. That's pretty stiff, boy. This is the updated version, but it does not have a transmission. Yep. So, and it's a round tube, but it comes up to the side where, like I say, that 737Rs, it's out front. And then there's a 240 LX Thunderbird with a Pierce delimber, stroke delimber. We'll get out and get a shot of that in just a second. There is another little yarder over here I want to show you all, a thinning yarder. Oh God, this is like Christmas to me, being in an equipment log yard. This is awesome. Okay, so folks, here's another little thinning yarder. It's tied down right now, but the tube would come up. It's a square tube. This is going to be like the TY40. This one is actually a TMY40. That's the difference. The TY is a track machine. The TMY is a rubber mount. And there's a cab up there to drive it. We'll go look at that in a minute. A little bit of overkill on the stairs here. But, oh yes, cool. Completely different cab than what we've been looking at. So this will give you a little bit better overview. But it's still all the same. So we got forward and reverse there on our transmission, 4 gears. Right here is our 3 logging drums, Skyline, skid line, haulback. Same principle. You throw it in, it goes up. You set it in the middle, it's in a free spool, and that's your brake. So right there would be all your brakes. Of these, oh, that one's a little bit, I can't throw them both in together. Oh, there we go. It just needs a little bit sticky. There we go. Okay. Oh, I see what's the matter with it. It's just that. Anyway, so we'll pull those back so we can get a little better view. Most important button in the cab, again, is the heater. Windshield wiper. Starting aid. I don't see a lot of that, but some of them are fixed up, you know, to put a shot of go-go to it. Ignition. And then this here is skid line, Skyline, your maxis. And then here's your service brakes for your haulback and your skid line. Haulback and skid line. I'm not sure why there's not a service brake. There's not a service brake for the Skyline. And then here's this would be your Skyline. I'm assuming that to be user friendly, that the right foot would be your skid line. I bet it is, because you can see where it's wore out kind of here and not here. So your skid line is going to be used the most. So right foot's probably skid line, left foot is the haulback, and your Skyline's in the middle. So, because like I say, these thinning yarders, you don't do a whole lot of slackline logging with them. So to be user friendly, they'd be set up like that. And then over here is the throttle. Pretty open cab. They all have sunroofs, so when you bring the turn in, a lot of times thinning, you're sitting right at the edge of the road. You've got to bring that carriage right up to the edge of the tube to get the turn landed. A little bit of room back there to put stuff. And then that's let's see, the middle drum would be the Skyline. Holy smokes, I don't even think that's 3/4. I'll have to get out and look at that to make sure, but the haulback is definitely 9/16, and so is the skid line. I would assume the Skyline's 3/4. I'll have to get out and look at it again. Here are your guy line drums. Look how small that line is. But with it being the block purchase type of guy lines, you can actually go with the smaller line, because when it's a block purchase, by doubling it, you get twice the braking strength. That's why they can get away with going with such small. Let's see if we can get in here. Hopefully, that would be kind of. Oh yeah, got a door on each side. That's cool. So this would, when you're ready to move from landing to landing or from job to job, you would jump in here. Just a forward and reverse transmission, 4 gears forward. There's your maxi brake, throttle brake. You know, pretty much the rest of it's just a car. And I personally have not worked on one of these TMY 40s. Have heard a lot of good things with them, same as the TY 40, the track mounted. Definitely made for thinning, smaller wood, second growth type stuff, but they're screaming fast. But you got to figure out how to get the maximum productive turn each time. So you don't want to go too heavy and slow the machine down, but you don't want to go too light either. You want to find that happy medium and just. That's the thing about these smaller yarders, and it's kind of contradictory of what I just said about being trying to get the max turn, but light and fast. You want to keep it moving. And there's the Haywire drum. Like I say, that's even smaller Haywire. Geez, that's what size Haywire is that? Must be 3/8 Haywire. Look at that little tiny skid line. That's not even 9/16. That's 1/2 inch skid line. How you'd be able to pull that through the brush with ease. So super cool. Right on. Well, anybody's looking for a yarder or a processor, there's a stroke dilemma. Come over here and check out Michael Crowley Logging Equipment, Eugene, Oregon.